And welcome back. The Rakish Vintage Market is going down this Saturday over at Churros, and you are in for a treat with all kinds of amazing vendors. So joining us now is the mastermind behind the market, Miss Whitley Reed. We're so excited to have you back. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good.
Yes, thank you guys for having me back.
Morning.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
We had you on last month, but kind of remind our viewers just what exactly the Rakish Vintage Market is.
Okay, so I started Rakish like in 2019, just selling vintage clothing on my own, and I would go around to different pop-ups. My fiance and I travel a lot, and so I would go to pop-ups in different states, and I'm like, I want to do something like this in Springfield whenever we settle down around this area.
Sure.
And so we're back here more often than we used to be, and so I went ahead and started it. It's been almost 2 years ago in May. May will be 2 years of the market. So basically, I just wanted to bring something like this to the area because I didn't think we had, a market where we're, popping up every month. And so I just wanted to bring like the vintage community together. And then that also brought in, artists and just people who make, crafts and things like that. So just bringing local businesses together, and it's just really been fun, like meeting everyone in the community and everything.
So
can I assume that you're wearing vintage? Like
yes, all of this, pretty much.
Pretty
much everything.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We talked about this in the break. I'm just kidding.
Don't ask me what year it's from. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we don't care.
Then ago.
But I love the racing jackets.
Yeah,
I have
they're so
quite a few, and it's hard for me.
And you have a Harley T-shirt on under that.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Harley T-shirts are my favorite. I always buy them at Rakish.
Yes.
And that's like the
you
T-shirts
can
I wear
definitely
when I'm
find a
not at
Harley
work.
T-shirt from one of them.
Yes,
Sure.
Which is so fun. And this month you're kind of doing something not different, but kind of. So typically you have this larger markets, if you will, at Classics Yard, or maybe sometimes outside whenever it's a little bit warmer outside. But you're doing kind of mini markets leading up to the big one. Tell me about that.
So I started doing that this month actually with Churros. I've been thinking about doing this for a while now. I started doing them once a month. And sometimes I'll go by myself to other events. If you guys are familiar with Thrift Face, she also does her own markets, not every month, but quarterly kind of. But anyway, I've been to hers. But I've had other businesses reach out wanting me to bring the market to them, but it's just not that big of a space. And I'm like, oh, I want to, but like I have more vendors usually signing up, and I just don't think they will all fit there. So I'm like, okay, what if I just do smaller ones? And so I started that at Churros this month, and I'm kind of just going with the flow.
I love it.
If anyone, if any local businesses want to collaborate with us, I would love to talk about that. So.
What do you think is the draw of vintage?
I don't know.
Because it used to be you'd say, you'd toss it out or
I know.
take it to Goodwill, but now there are little treasures out there.
I know. Everyone's really into it. I mean, it's been popular for a long time, I feel like, but I don't know. I talked to like some of my older family, and they're like, oh, I just used to cut those shirts up and like use them as rags, and I'm like, no, like all the band T-shirts and everything. But yeah, there's a lot of money to be made with some of the stuff.
It's for sure. It's funny because I feel like with vintage too, like my wife and I are into it, and we'll wear certain things or look at certain things, and our parents will be like, I owned that, you know, or like our,
and they're like, why do people care about it?
Yeah, why do people care about it now?
It's unique, and I feel like just recycling and reusing clothing as much as we can is like really important. And when I first started, I'll be honest, that's not like the main reason. But of course, as I keep doing it, the more I'm realizing how wasteful clothing can be and everything. And so it is good to wear it as much as you can and give it new life. And some of our vendors even like remake, rework the clothing. Love, I don't know if Love has been on here yet, but I know Morgan's talked about Love before.
Well, and Hannah with Barely Goods, she showed us something where she did that. So it really is, I think, super special in that way. It's pretty cool.
It's really
well, it's in the eye of the beholder. For instance, that jacket, that's a little piece of art, especially if you like racing. So that makes kind of a double push there, but you don't find those jackets sitting around everywhere every day.
No, I just wore one to I had a market last weekend, and someone was asking me, it wasn't this one, but it has like leather on it and trim. It was so cute, but they were asking me, where'd you get it, how much you pay for it, and they're like, oh my gosh, because I think I paid like $20 for it, and you can't find, if someone's reselling this, it's not going to be
Well, that's what's kind of cool about it, though.
But if you go source it yourself, you can maybe get it.
That's what I think is cool about it, is it's like, it's one of a kind, but also it's like all these trends come back and around. So if people want to keep up with Rakish, how do they go about doing that?
Okay, so you can find us on Instagram at Shop Rakish. It's Shop Rakish, and then my website is rakishapparel.com.
Perfect.